Welcome into another extended version of Maria's Formula for Victory. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Well, as you can see, this is a hotel room. I am here in COTA. Also, I meant to do this last night, but by the time I got home, aka the hotel room, ate dinner, unpacked, organized, it was late. So we're doing this today. It's probably going to be completely unedited. So you may hear some more ums or pauses, but I wanted to get this out, and the only way to do that is pretty much do this unedited so that way I can eat breakfast and get to the track and take all the content for you. So we'll start off with the 3 points that I brought up in my normal Wednesday three things you need to know video. First, we started off with Tyler Reddick. So unfortunately, Tyler Reddick has an average finish of 4.6 here, which is best among all drivers. He also already has a win here. He's number one in points here. So, yeah, I think there is a possibility that Tyler Reddick could win three in a row. He would be the first to do so. Others have done two, the first two. No one's done the first three. And other people have won three races in a row, just not the three opening races. So, yeah, he's going to be a fantasy play for me this week. I think he is going to do real well. Second, I mentioned Ross Chastain. So, Ross Chastain already does have a win here. He is fourth in points here. COTA is Ross's best track if you are going by average finish. His average finish since 2023 is 7.7. All time it's 5.6. So there's not going to be any other tracks that are better for Ross than this track. So that's why I think you definitely should play him in your fantasy. Now, I always get nervous when I use the word definitely because I'm like, anyone can wreck at any time. And then I'm totally wrong. But you guys understand what I'm saying, that barring anything crazy, mechanical, accident, like these are trends that have happened, and that's all I can go off of. But I obviously cannot predict the future. And anyone ever coming on here and saying, I know who's going to win this is lying to your face. No one ever knows anything because you cannot predict Ryan Blaney which track his engine's going to blow. Sorry, that was too soon. That was mean. So mean. But he does have that bad luck. Anyways, third point is Chris Buescher. Do not count out Chris Buescher. If you look at all street and road courses, Chris Buescher is second best average finish with an average finish of 9.1 and has one win here. I mean, at a road and street course. Sorry, it's unedited. Gotta go with it. Can't repeat it. Uh, COTA is also Buescher's third best track. So I think Chris Buescher has a great chance of doing really well today. I'm going to play him in my fantasy, and I think I'm also going to put a top 10 on him. So the other people that I did not talk about are like SVG, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and Jesse Love. So I'm going to get into a little bit of that now. This is actually SVG's worst road course. So I think if anyone has a shot of taking a road course win from SVG, it's going to be here at COTA. Last year, he came in sixth, and the year before that, he came in 20th. Last year was Bell, Byron, Reddick, Elliott, and Kyle Busch. The year before that was Byron, Bell, Gibbs, Bowman, Reddick. Notice you're trying with that Reddick and Christopher Bell. Now, Christopher Bell, COTA is his 14th best track for him. Two of them we don't go to anymore, Mexico and Roval. So there's 12 tracks that you could use Christopher Bell at that maybe he would perform a little better. Or you could use him because last 2 years he finished one and two. So I would not like argue either way. I think you're safe either way if you do want to use him or if you're safe if you want to save him. Also, Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott has 12 tracks that are better than COTA for him, but two we don't go to, so he's right at that 10, which you can only use a driver 10 times. So you could again use him or save him. I am personally saving Elliott and Bell, but I think the Elliott one might be a really good time to play him as well. Elliott at all street and road courses is 11.0 average finish, 0 wins, but he's fifth in average finish at COTA with a 6.3 and does have a win here. So, uh, that's, yeah, that's my argument for Chase Elliott. Another person you could take a risk on is Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch is going to give SVG a run for his money. Maybe not yet because he's so new to Cup. So that's where that risk would be. Obviously, he won his only race at COTA in the Xfinity car. Like he's raced a Cup car here, but he is not his only Xfinity race he won. So I think I'm going to take a risk and use Connor Zilisch here because I don't know what other track I would really use him at, so might as well use him now. I obviously am still using SVG because I do think SVG will do well, but I don't know that I'm like gung ho, he's going to absolutely win this race. However, I said that about Sonoma and that bit me in the butt. So I would like literally be not even 0.001% shocked if he won, but I'm just giving you arguments that there's a lot of other good drivers here, aka Tyler Reddick. Another driver to look at, I do not have my notes right here, so I might not be able to go too much in depth because I missed that page that I brought, but AJ Allmendinger, he is always a road course guy. The Roval, when you think of AJ Allmendinger, you think of those people. You think of those tracks. He does have one top 10 here, and all average in all street and road courses, his average finish is 15.7. So I think like a top 10 bet would not be out of the realm of possibility for AJ, especially following up a finished 12th last week. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I feel like I'm not speaking well, but I didn't want to not do my extended version for y'all because I did want to touch on these other drivers. Finally, let's just talk about Jesse Love real quick. He is racing in the Cup race this weekend. Both of his COTA starts, he came in sixth. So maybe he'll come in sixth again. Who knows? Maybe another top 10 bet there for him too. Obviously, there is Kyle Larson, but with all of these other drivers doing so well here, I'm not really thinking him, but wouldn't be shocked either if it happened for Larson. I don't know if I should tell you my fantasy lineup, but I guess what does it matter because I'm just doing it for fun and y'all are going to be pretty similar anyways if you're listening to me. So I have SVG, Connor Zilisch, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick, and Bell in my garage. Now, if any of those drivers wreck, please message me and tell me to change my garage. I always freaking forget the last two races because I'm not used to playing this. I completely forgot. So that's my lineup. Those are my reasonings. And if you have any questions, as always, pop them in. And apologies for the unedited, slower version, but I did want to make sure I got something out to y'all. Have a great day, and I'm very excited to see COTA in person myself for the first time ever. So it should be good.